dumb face looks like. Nope. Switch that. Kitties! They're quite intrigued by what the fuck is going on here. This app, if you guys use Philips Hue as an app, it's a fucking trap. It's a trap. You think that it's going to be more convenient to change lights and stuff, but then you're like, wait, a switch on the wall is actually way more convenient than like, let me find this app and I'm going to change the color of this light. Fuck, now I'm looking a little too orange.
Help me, I've fallen and can't get up.
Come on, this is almost your PR. You can do it.
Ed, I need help.
I will not help you.
This is how you treat people.
I will not help you.
Hello, friends.
What is going on, crew? Brian DeCosta, shredforlife.com. Here to get you shredded, keep you shredded. I don't even know where I started with saying that specific saying for Shredded for Life. I almost completely hate it because it sounds like a cheesy car salesman. Like, yeah, you're here to get shredded. I'm going to help you get shredded. My definition of shredded is not unhealthy level shredded. It's like a nice little, as I've said in a prior video, a little shreddy shred where you're just head turning slightly because it's like that boy lean, that girl lean. Oh, that's just different. That type of shredder, okay? So pump the fucking brakes, all right? If I got any science Nazis out there, like, hey, being shredded all year is not healthy. Please use less words, human. Okay, let's get into today's video, and this is a perfect topic to be swinging into with the way this video started. This is wonderful. Also, there's a layover video. If you haven't been tuning into the channel, I actually do need to say this. If you haven't been tuning in lately, what I'm doing is I'm just saying stupid shit over this mic as I have B-roll clips of me going through a workout from usually the prior day. That's what it will be in this case. Why I may have to get this lighting shit right, I don't know. I think it's because I've recorded every fucking workout I do for the last 3 years, and my mind just like is so second nature to like making sure that things look the way that I want them to. I think a lot of people would let that affect their training and make it not fun, but for me, being a creative brain, it literally makes it more fun. So that's a blessing. That's a complete side note, but like that's what we do around here. So if you like videos like this, please consider subscribing. Let's freaking get into what the video is going to be titled like 7 minutes into the goddamn video. How are you feeling after 30 days of mindfulness? She literally didn't even ask that question. Let's try again. Natalie Hayes, how are you doing? I hope you are well. How are you feeling different after your 30 days of mindfulness? If you guys probably, there's so much internet shit these days, you probably missed it. I announced on my Instagram story on January 1st that I will be meditating 40 minutes a day, 40 days in a row. It is currently February 3rd. I am on day 28. So I have done, I think day 28, yes. I have done 27 days in a row. I'm sorry, I've done 28 days. I'm on day 29, about to start day 29. So I'm like 5 days behind. I've missed 5 days. I'm on Insight Timer. The app, the meditation app is called Insight Timer. I'm sure you guys have, heard of Headspace and Calm, maybe the Waking Up app by Sam Harris. Love the Waking Up app by Sam Harris. I don't think enough people use it. Insight Timer is the best, okay? It is just the undisputed. More people need to know this. I don't know how popular it is in ranking. I would definitely imagine, just because you see the Headspace commercials and shit, that's more popular. Headspace is on Netflix, right? They're definitely more popular. Well, I'm here to tell you Insight Timer is better, okay? There's many different creators. You can find many different spiritual authorities and leaders on Insight Timer. I have no affiliation with them, by the way. I only have affiliation with a clothing company, Young LA and Core Nutritionals supplements. That's literally it. I don't even talk about them that much. Anything else I talk about ever is I don't get money from them. And I'll tell you if I do. But it's like an Instagram for spiritual authorities where you can find this person's profile and you can see if they have different courses offered and different one-off meditations, like a 30-minute meditation, sleep meditation, or a 20-minute whatever. You guys kind of get the idea. I found this one specific guy who's been a godsend, or a higher spiritual authority send, let's say. Let's keep this include everyone here. I'll put his name, David. Why can't I think of his name right now? That's so embarrassing. I'll have it on the screen. Yeah, David is my brother's name, so I know his name's freaking David. Maybe. David G. David G. And he has a couple courses. He has a 15 minutes per day course that's for 30 days if you want to get into meditation. And when I stumbled into this, the idea of like a course, it's not really a course. They're just meditations that kind of build on each other. But that deals with this like willpower issue I would have versus just doing like a one-off meditation where each one exists in a silo. I was doing that on Headspace for like a year, where I would just go and try to find like one that was in the 15 to 20 minute range and sit down and do it. This is better because they build on each other. I kind of have this like humans need end goals. I like want to continue finishing it. I did the 30-day one last year, the 15-minute one, and I am now doing the 40. It's called 40 days to transformation, 40 days of transformation, excuse me. The prior one is called, I don't know, get on Insight Timer. I think you may be able to pay piecemeal for courses. I'm not 100% sure. I know that I pay for Insight Timer monthly though. I can't remember the cost, but I know that it's reasonable. It's like around $10 per month, but I don't have like tons of subscriptions to stuff. Honestly, I don't even pay for Netflix. I just piggyback off my friend and use him. Thank you, Matt Yates. So yeah, it's like something that totally I rationalize in my mind. It's literally my mental health, okay? So you guys should join the fun with me and do nothing. It's literally doing nothing. Join me in doing nothing. Jokes aside, it's literally what we all need. No joke, like it's revolutionary for me. It helps me organize my thoughts. It helps me see things that just blatantly are a waste of my time and things that are not a waste of my time. Things that I don't even think of throughout the day if I didn't meditate versus like this would be a great thing to do, like call this is like getting into serious territory, like call my grandfather who was sick, call my dad, call my mom, check up on a friend who I know has been going through a divorce or some shit, just as an examples. Like, that's on a human connection front. Also with work, hey, are you doing this in your business out of, like, does this action make sense? Does it make sense to put all this energy into whatever? It helps me like disseminate what is important and what is not important. It also helps me make sense of things that have happened in the recent past, in the even further back past. Now, the thing with meditation is like, and I'm not a meditation expert, obviously, so, yield to the meditation authorities, whoever they are, Tibetan monk, insert here. But like, it helps me also not think and be okay with not doing, which I've actually noticed that. And I've had a friend tell me this last year specifically, and it was in a time where I don't think I wasn't doing well. I was like working too much. I was feeling very off balance. I knew something was off, but I've had this recurring theme in the last 5 years since I've started a business where if I'm not going, I don't want to label it with anxiety. I hate that word, and I use the word hate often, but I literally hate the word anxiety. It sucks so bad. It's not anxiety, but just like an irrational fear of something bad that will happen. I understand that that's like a textbook definition of anxiety, but like, just go with me here. I say all this to say, I wouldn't go like a minute of the day I lived with this person without listening to something. Like, I had to have like something playing at all times. Now, I'm a huge music fan. Many of you guys may know this. So like, I would have music playing a lot, but this is not something I really picked up on consciously, but I feel like I was avoiding myself. Maybe some of you can connect with this. It turns out it's literally for no reason. Like, have you ever, just ask yourself this, have you ever like, everyone's kind of done this, like continuing down like a content rabbit hole or something on some app, TikTok, YouTube, whatever. And you have this like subtle fear of like not consuming. But like, I'm telling you, and what I've learned, I'm sure you may have learned this, is like, there's nothing to fear there. Just stop. You'll actually feel better when you think you will feel worse. It's this dopamine mechanism reward system that's become super popular for thank God it has in the last year or so. Just more authorities talking about how we've kind of been hijacked with technology. But I've realized that I've gone into states like that where like I'm constantly doing or constantly like just filling my day with stuff, just things happening all the time, and it doesn't need to do that. And some days would just be like gone and like, what did I do that day? And I'd always do things, but they were like things that didn't need to be done. Like, why did I need to run to the grocery store in the middle of the afternoon? I really wanted milk. Okay. Why did I, like, there's just many things that I would do, just like a pointless errand or like an irrational amount of time responding to email. Even at times getting back to emails, I didn't need to get back, like I didn't need to respond to them. You guys are kind of understanding what I'm saying here. So, Natalie, in all of these words, I will say that it has been extremely helpful with seeing what is important. And it has taught me that, you know, all this optimization and trying to do as well as we can as humans and, you know, physiologically optimize ourselves, mentally optimize ourselves, all these things like do better. It's only good to a point, okay? Just like we need a rest day, just like it's not wise to train 7 days a week. The brain needs rest. The brain needs processing time. The brain needs time away in a different environment to process what went on in another environment. And I swear to you, like this is, at least this is what I've learned anecdotally, is sometimes it's literally impossible to find some solace and groundedness in a specific situation with a specific situation if you don't have time to process it and you don't have time physically away from the environment where this situation plays out to think about it in a new environment. Just like, you know, you get in an argument with your significant other at home, it's all stuffy, you can cut the tension with a knife. You go out to eat with a friend or a couple friends, get some laughs, new environment, you come back and you have a different perspective, right? That's somewhat what like a somewhat of a parallel that like meditation provides for me. It's literally like just a tall glass of water for the brain on a very hot day. But there's a lie that happens with all of us that before that tall glass of water comes, we think that it's literally going to be like someone burning us, or like we just view like, and this is the way my brain still is. Hopefully I'll get to a time when it's not that. I still am not looking forward to sitting down and meditating. There's not been one day that I've like genuinely looked forward to it. There's been a couple days where I've like not minded and I've like slipped into it relatively easily, but it's still been a little friction, like, got to do this. But the thing is, like, that's the lie. That's what our brain says with meditation, because it's just not what social media and technology is for us, which is, you know, junk food diet. But meditation is a nice kale salad for all you vegans out there, all right? So maybe you can just shut the fuck up for once, eat your salad, and do nothing. No, I'm just kidding. Love you, vegans. Jokes aside, that's really my conclusion is I wish the world would meditate. I think it'll make you a kinder human being. I think it'll help you prioritize your life. Last thing I'll say is, like, they tell you not to think during meditation. A big thing of meditating is not thinking. And there are many different practices based on your philosophy that you carry out to make this happen. There are some where you follow a specific mantra, some where you listen to specific like isochronic tones. It's all to stop the mind. But the thing is, the mind doesn't ever stop. You can find these blips of time during your meditation where you focus on, if you guys have followed Headspace, I think they may recommend think of a thought, like actually a thought. And by doing that, you almost think of nothing. I say all this to say, you find these times where you're without mind thinking basically of anything, but you can't just not think of anything during your meditation. Like the brain will literally just, thoughts will come into the head, you will think. But what I find is after the first 5 to 10 minutes, the chatter slows down. And, you know, I know this is probably based in brain waves and someone can articulate better than I can, but I'm able to better channel my thoughts. My energy is more calm. I'm able to have a rational take on situations that pop in my head. Most often things that do pop in the head are things that may be exciting you or are bothering you at the present moment. You can actually game plan a more constructive response to those occurrences in your life. I just think it's overall a better thing. And it made me realize that most of us, and it's kind of scary that the world is even existing at the current state. We're about to like not exist, just to put my pessimist hat on. But like, I sit thinking like, we're all so distracted and unable to control our minds. How have we not blown each other up already? It blows my mind. Like we have 11 countries with nuclear codes now because we all start the day and don't take a second to just not, right? We're always like, yes, news, yes, work, kids, everything, just bring it. All fucking day, literally all day. You know, if you keep your phone with you next to your bed, like frickin' everyone does, I'm superior and better than you. I don't do that. I'm just kidding. But I actually do charge my phone on a Amazon clock that's across from me in my room. Like, guys, I'm literally a retard. Sorry for using that word, but like, I try to do things that like smart people tell me to do to like live a better life. I don't look at my phone for the first 30 minutes of the day. I'm not always perfect with it, but most people do that. They're looking at their freaking phone all day and super distracted and don't get one moment where they are intentionally trying to do nothing and self-reflect. This is a whole other topic, but it's also why I think religion is a great thing. It's because, you know, there was a point where I was anti-Catholic. I grew up a Catholic kid, and my parents are still very Catholic. And I kind of resented that for a period of my life when I was younger and a little more feisty. But at the end of the day, man, all religion is great because they're better ideas than I can think of. You know, I can get mad at certain things the Catholic Church has done. There's not a short list, but like they have some better ideas of how to live well than I do. And one of those ideas is prayer. What I'm talking about here, meditating, is prayer. Many faith-based religions, they're all faith-based religions. What am I saying? I guess I'm trying to sound smart. All religions in some way include prayer, right? What is prayer? Prayer is reflection. Prayer is minimal physical movement, unless you're Jewish, but it's relatively minimal physical movement, but channeling your mind intentionally on a specific thing, choosing where it's going to go, but it's not the same as like looking at a computer and doing work. Like it's just you. And I think that in and of itself is a good practice. I think more people need it. I think more people need their phone away from them, a TV off, and like, I'm just going to literally not do anything and be fine with it. Okay. Conclusion, 17,000 minutes later. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I always start these clips where I'm like, this is a good question. This one will take me about 5 minutes. Maybe I can build back some trust with my audience since like my last videos have been ranting for fucking 30 minutes. But then I do this. So videos will always be too long. All right. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like it. If you did enjoy it, Brian DeCosta, shreddedforlife.com. I'm here to get you shredded. Keep you shredded, the good shredded. Like the video. See you in the next one. Peace.